Welcome, Shamaguri. I'll be right there. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. All right, welcome. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. All our friends are together. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus. All right, Amy. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus. You'll love it, man. It's great. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Yeah, and you can listen to the Chaitanya Charitamrita sometimes, and also the Srimad Bhagavatams. They both complement each other. Yeah, you'll love it, man. It's fantastic. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus. Oh my Lord. Ah, Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus. Woo, Krishna. Oh my Lord. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Ah, ah, Jesus. Ah, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Ah, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri, oh my Lord. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Ah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Ah, wow. Ooh. Krishna, Lord Shri Krishna. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra Jai Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Maybe we'll read some Bhagavad Gita today. Let's try that out. Three modes of nature. No, the divine and demoniac. Since that's kind of up now in our lifetimes, let's check this out. Uh, Divine and demoniac natures. Hmm. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yeah, it's so nice, giving our respect to Veda Vyas, who wrote these books. This is true knowledge, man. People don't have this knowledge. They're going around bumping into walls. They don't know, you know, what are the modes of nature. Some people, they act according to the modes. Some people are good people just naturally. Some people are passionate people. Actually, a lot of passion. People are combinations, mixed. Um, yeah, mixed modes of nature. Ignorance. A lot of people are in ignorance. Also, especially usually the poorer classes. I was talking to Amy about this. Like in Mexico, a lot of the poorer classes, there's a heavy ignorance, and you can tell that sometimes they're kind of lazy too. Some of these people here. It just depends. So anyway, but a lot of them, see, they have the special mercy because the Lord is very merciful to the meek and humble and to the simple. And so a lot of them have the mercy in their hearts, and yeah, I go down the streets. They have churches in their homes, with lots of chairs and people. They just start worshiping Jesus. It's wonderful. And so that's a symptom of the special mercy. Oh yeah, chapter. What is this chapter here? Chapter 16. Yeah. Yeah, it's a symptom of the mercy of the Lord is when one has faith in transcendental beings like Jesus. Um, yeah, and so isn't it funny? Vrindavan is in a little village with simple people, and the highest form of the Lord is there. I remember I was in Vrindavan, and I'm sitting in one of these tuk-tuks going to Radhakund. Either they're going there or coming back. I don't remember. And I'm sitting with these village people, and they're just singing to Krishna. It's so fantastic. Simple songs. They're just heartfelt love for Krishna. It was just so beautiful. You could see they had it, man. The affection for Krishna. They just sang their songs to Krishna, their beloved deity, who was their intimate friend. Sitting in that tuk-tuk, I remember that day. I remember whatever's to do with devotion, I usually remember. Uh, yeah, they believe in God here, and they believe in Jesus too. That's really important. They believe in those who actually come here, not in a faceless God, a God that has a like. That's the one thing I always liked with Christianity is this personal relationship with Jesus. I was always attracted to that. Bhakti Vinod also was attracted. He almost became a Christian because he loved their devotion. Yeah. So yeah. Mm, yeah. Okay, Bhagavad Gita here. Mm. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge and charity. Oh, one thing I wanted to say about this is, you know, Lord Chaitanya would tell people, stop speculating on Bhagavad Gita. Because a lot of people, they, get speculate, they don't know the deep, deep, deep conclusion. He said, but if you want to learn Bhagavad Gita, go to Advaita Charya and learn the Bhagavad Gita from him. See, he'll give you the deeper explanation. And he did. He would always look at these verses in relationship through the lens and the eye of the deeper principles of devotion and God's special mercy. Otherwise, you can just read Bhagavad Gita. Most people do. They just see the external version of it, the external idea of it, and the hard work of it. The hard work of following all these rules and regulations. Because in the Gita, basically, you have to really to get these qualities. Oh my God, man! You'll see. I'll show you what I mean here. So we look at the Bhagavad Gita in terms of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and then it's beautiful. It shows you how glorious his mercy is. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, okay? Cultivation of spiritual knowledge. Generally, this is a lot of work. Even in Bhagavad Gita, it was a lot of work. This was written 5,000 years ago, where you had to do austerities. You had to study the Vedas, all of them, just deeply and to purification of one's existence. You had to follow the rules really strictly. That's basically what they're teaching, what they were teaching 5,000 years ago to get purified. See, and so what I found, most Vaishnavas do not know about or believe in the mercy of the Panchatattva to accelerate this whole program of purification. See, because by sadhu sangha and being around those who are distributing the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, fearlessness comes like that, instead of trying to work for it. Purification of one's existence, which generally you have to do a lot of rules and regulations and everything, which is so difficult in Kali Yuga, you might as well consider it not the path at all. Okay? But purifications of one's existence is so simple. We've proven it here. People come here and they become naturally attracted and attached to Lord Chaitanya. Yeah, ask Maria. She gets purified just by her new friend, having this relationship with a new friend. See, that's purification of existence, is simply seeing your friend, feeling your new friend, you're feeling attracted to these words, feeling attracted to these devotional conclusions and truths that are written and spoken by real associates of the Lord. And it's so easy. The purification of existence is that way with the real associates. That's why the Lord said that is the best way to know me. That is the best path. See? Otherwise, what did Prabodha, we read this morning, Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur said the paths of austerity and renunciation and the blind adherence to the rules and regulations, pious deeds, impersonalism, meditations, on your navel, will be prominent in the world until you meet a devotee, an associate of Lord Chaitanya, is like a bumblebee, chanting the holy names of the Lord in ecstasy and intimacy and tears and all these beautiful things. That's purification of existence. I just want to tell the whole universe that come and get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and purify your existence so effortlessly and easily. Come see the show. The curtains open and the devotees are dancing on the stage here in Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace place. See how hard that would be. And still they read it like, yes, Purify your existence. Follow all these rules strictly. You want to purify your existence, you follow the four regulative principles. I mean, that's the main ones. Is like no sex, man, unless you're gonna have a baby, and if you get married, only to have a baby, and that's it, man. No tea, even Prabhupada. He said he left his wife because she drank tea. She said he said it's either the tea or me. And she said tea, and he went. Phew, use an excuse to take sannyas. Good for us, huh? She probably couldn't believe he would do it, and he did it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or you can't do anything. You know how many devotees? I'm telling you. You know how many Vaishnavas are out there don't follow the four regulative principles strictly, and they go and they smoke their cigarette in the closet. I've seen a lot. Yeah, I lived in Vrindavan, I lived in Mayapur, man. I see what they sell there. I see them wine openers in the devotee stores. Coca-Cola, which you're not supposed to drink if you're a Vaishnava. Coffee, definitely lots of coffee, man. The best. And who else knows, whatever else they got, pot, all kinds of stuff they do. Because, come on, okay, we start that way, probably got things going and all that, man. But three-quarters of the devotees who came to Prabhupada didn't come because of the rules. They came because they liked Prabhupada. There's one devotee, what's his name? Brahmananda. Brahmananda and his brother. What's his name? I forgot. What's his Brahmananda's brother's name? Anyway, I used to go visit them. And Brahmananda, he doesn't follow all of it. He just says, he just natural. But you know what? He loves Prabhupada. When he talks about Prabhupada, tears come to his eyes. See, that's a liberty. That's you get the mercy of a devotee when you love that devotee. That's it, man. See, because he just loved Prabhupada, he would take a bullet for Prabhupada. His brother told me he loved Prabhupada. He would talk. I saw two classes, and each one he cried because of his love. He couldn't speak. He became speechless when he was thinking about Prabhupada. See, love. That's all you need. Loving a devotee. That's it. You're free. You're set free. Unbelievable, isn't it? Hey, this is the Shastras, man. What am I to argue with Lord Chaitanya and Krishna? Matter of fact, those who are worshiping the Lord directly, a lot of people, I was in the Narayan Maharaj group. I had I heard so many Prabhupada disciples admit they had no love for Prabhupada. I was sitting there listening to them. And I thought, ooh, that's interesting. They said, well, we just don't love you. Yeah, it's not surprising. It's not surprising. Prabhupada is a transcendental personality. He actually needs special mercy to love a real guru. And Lord Chaitanya said, oh, Ramananda, look at Mars Prataputra. Has so much love for you. Krishna will certainly, certainly, certainly give him mercy. That's simple. All you have to do, you find a genuine associate of Lord Chaitanya. And if you just hang out with him, and if you're fortunate, love for that devotee will awaken. And the only reason that's happening is because they're talking to you. And they're telling you about Krishna. Because they love Krishna, all of a sudden you think you're loving them, but you're actually loving Krishna. See how that works? That's why you see Lord Chaitanya is smart. Oh, yes. Those who are the devotees of my devotees are my real devotees. Those who are real devotees of Jesus, who love Jesus, have the symptoms of loving Jesus, have the symptoms of really loving, I mean, really loving Prabhupada. And then you probably still need a little shiksha because I didn't tell you everything. That's our work here. The gays didn't like Prabhupada either. He was not attracted to them. Yeah, it doesn't quite count, if you love if you love a guru that's not self-realized. It's sort of, it's good practice. I seen the girl who loved one of these ISKCON gurus, and she had to go to a psychiatrist still because she was like she had to, oh, I love my guru. It was so sentimental. It was not pure at all. Not pure. It was really sappy, and like and he didn't even want to see her. This topic. Oh yeah, Gargamuni. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, Gargamuni. Yeah, he likes movies, man. I used to go to his. I used to go get movies from him because when they had DVDs, he had a business selling. Not only he'd sell Prabhupada's movies and stuff, but he had a collection of really first class movies. So I'd go get them from him. He's an expert on all kinds of movies. He knows all the good ones and all that. But he never remembers me. Every time I come, he just doesn't remember me. It's strange. He was my friend on Facebook. He didn't remember when we met or anything, but then he saw the name Srila up there, and he thought, "Oh, there's another guy," like and he just unfriended me. Another boy trying to be something. Okay, where are we at? Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, cultivation of spiritual knowledge. See, isn't this beautiful? Usually, it's very hard to cultivate spiritual knowledge, and then it's you're not deep on it. See, but in sadhu sangha, you get purified by hearing transcendental knowledge from a bona fide spiritual master who has realized these things and realizing these things. See, they're empowered with a special potency. See? And then when your bhakti awakens, when devotion and attraction for the Lord, like Fernando knows what I'm talking about now, see? The devotion awakens this attraction, this ecstasy. You know what? Then you start to really learn. See, and then your learning is 100 times better than superficially studying the Vedas. I have proof of that. You can ask Yohan. 25 years in ISKCON. He studied Prabhupada's books. He read them 5 times, including Chaitanya Charitamrita. He's a very sincere guy, man. He chanted his 16 rounds and 25 rounds on Ekadasi. He was a strict guy. Then he came here, and all of a sudden, it took on a whole new level. Hey, Janaki also. She loved Prabhupada's books. Her husband saved those things, man. Thank God for his service. Yeah. And, all the devotees, they're serving according to their ability. Like one devotee pointed out here today, he thought, Gori, look what Prabhupada said. Prabhupada said, you should don't point out the faults. Let me read that, what he said here. Get it exactly. It's a very interesting statement. So Prabhupada said this: I have noted your several complaints against. I have noted your several complaints against the devotees, but it would be better to set the example rather than criticize the defects of the devotees. So obviously, the devotees kind of maybe a little confused and wondering, well, go Hari, why are you pointing out the defects in the devotees? And so anyway, see, people can't understand. You need to know that certain things apply to neophyte devotees, and certain things apply to advanced devotees, an acharya or a spiritual master. See, so it's my job to point out, to set the example, and to point out the defects. I got to do both. See? But a neophyte disciple can't do it because if they point out the defects in some devotee, usually they have a hatred and anger still towards that person. See, and therefore it causes a reaction, and they get unhappy, and it becomes an offense and everything. So in the beginning, as a neophyte, you don't do that, and a lot of people try to jump to that advanced stage where a person might be acting as a guru, and it's their duty to do both, to set the example and to point out the defects. It's great learning that way. That's Srimad Bhagavatam is the highest truth. See the example. See, a lot of people say, another good one. They say, but Gohar, you don't set the example. You don't follow all the rules, regulation. Oh, wait a second here. Is that really the highest example? Is the highest example truth? Is the highest truth ecstatic worship of Krishna? Isn't it nice? The Lord has made it so easy for us. Yeah, that is the best. If you can set that example of worship Krishna, worship the Hare Krishna mantra in great ecstatic devotion, my God, I dare you to show me anybody that sets a better example than that. Because there are people following rules and regulations where I don't see any tears in their eyes, doing all kinds of austerities. I don't see them laughing like a madman. Yeah, I don't see them have the qualities of Lord Shiva, which is he laughs like a madman, he dances like a madman, he cries like a baby. Just like all liberated souls of that stature, especially the associates of Lord Chaitanya. A lot of people can follow rules and regulations and all that, but they don't have the highest truth. They didn't get that mercy of Lord Chaitanya. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's the wild card. The wild card. See, everything becomes easy with the mercy of the Lord. Purification of one's. Come on, world! What are you waiting for? Don't you want it easy peasy? Why do you want to draw this out many lifetimes and do all this the hard path, the useless paths? Yeah, strict or not strict, doesn't matter. Is your heart in the right place? Do you like what we do? Do you like this? Do you like our jokes? Do you like this comedy act? Freddie says I was less strict and I'm here too. Yeah, yeah. Well, we made a special deal for Freddie because he's organic and he drinks celery juice. So we may give him in even though he's less strict. Special deal for Freddie. Let's see what other hard things Krishna's going to say here to do. So many. Oh man, you read this here and you'll think, I think I'm going to go and be a sense enjoyer, man. I don't think I'm ever going to make it. It'll be many lifetimes if I try to come up to this standard on my own without any help of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Charity. Self control. Oh boy. Hey man, you gotta have perfect self control. Yeah. Yeah. Don't be drinking this, man. Self control. Can you imagine? That's like when the Lord Chaitanya said one day, "Oh, I think we're gonna have a play. I'm gonna have a play," and well, actually, I'm God, so to come to this play, you really got to be qualified, man. You got to be like this. You got to be perfect in purification of your existence and cultivation of spiritual knowledge. You have to be perfect in that. And austerity. Oh, man, you got to be austere. All these things. Oh, you got to be topmost yogi then to come to my thing. If you're in control of your senses perfectly, then you can come. And everybody thought, at first they were like, wow, we can come to the play. And then he said that, and they all put their eyes to the ground and said, well, they're honest. Well, I'm not in control of my senses. I can't come to the play. They one by one, even Advaita Acharya said that. He said, I'm not in control of my senses, so I guess I can't come either. None of that. They're all one by one. And the Lord Chaitanya said, well, who's going to come to the play? If you don't come, who's going to see it? Forget about these old standards here. Today, you're going to be like the best of yogis. You're going to see the transcendental performance. You know why? Because they simply had love for him. That is the secret, man. Those who love the devotee, even though they just have so many difficulties and problems and everything, but still they get the mercy. Okay? See, no, people don't know this mercy of Lord Chaitanya is very rare. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that nice? Better than a movie on TV. Yeah, that's the thing. The Lord makes it really interesting here. Yeah, yeah. Simplicity, nonviolence, truthfulness, freedom from anger. Yeah, yeah. We even got jealous people here. You got some anger issues. Hey, look at I tell you, this is what I love. I'm so glad we have a river here. I tell you, I am so glad. Look at the anger that lady gets sometimes. But look at the proof that Lord Chaitanya has given himself. Who has ecstasy like that? Who's attached to the pastimes like her? Isn't that amazing? That proves to me, Lord Chaitanya, you're the real man. Your mercy is amazing. It's real and true. You don't wait for the person to be perfect and be perfectly purified of all these conditionings and all that. You just go right in there just because they love their guru and they're sincerely trying, to stay here and go through the purification. And you just give yourself to them. You think Krishna's going to leave her? No. Eh? What happened to the reading? Maria, she's so impatient. I've never met anybody more impatient than her, than myself. She's a Gemini. That's the problem. She's just a Gemini. She's going to get used to that I like to smell the roses on the path. I draw everything out. I chew my meal very well. Where's the reading? What do you think this is? See, I'm reading. I'm doing a reading. Don't you know that you understand that? Don't you there, Maria? Or don't you do readings? I also, this is my reading. This is, I'm a medium. I'm reading people's cards right now. This is a tarot reading. I'm reading. Slowly, but I'm reading. And I eat very loudly, yes. I don't close my mouth when I eat. You just got to get used to it. Don't you know Gohari's like a bulldog? You know, you ever notice bulldog when they don't want to move, they don't move. They move slow, slow and easy. Yeah. If you get bored, you don't have to. This is my bhajan, you know. Whoever gets bored, you can go. No problem. Aversion to fault finding. Compassion for all living entities. Freedom from covetousness. Gentleness, modesty, and steady determination and vigor. Fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bart, belong to godly men endowed with a divine nature. Kind of lost my inspiration. I guess that's enough for now. Okay, thank you for joining me. You guys have a nice day. Nice little midday thing. And we'll see you later.